And the left just keeps getting loonier and loonier. Did you hear what AOC wants now? She wants reparations for illegals. Reparations. Now, as I have always understood reparations, the formula for reparations, whether it's for African Americans or Japanese Americans, it's where people get money for the sins of the past. I want you to follow this logic of one of the most powerful forces in today's Democrat Party. A lady who people believe is calling a lot of the Biden shots, making a lot of the decisions. For example, this nearly $2 trillion debacle of so-called infrastructure spending that is anything but. It's all about racial justice and climate change, going green, going electric, all this stuff that doesn't help the American people. A lot of people are convinced that it's the AOC wing of the Democrats that are forcing Biden's hand on this kind of garbage. So pay good, close attention to AOC. Pay careful attention to how she makes the case that the American taxpayer should give reparations to illegals.
What is happening here is not the same as what happened during the Trump administration, where they took babies out of the arms of their mothers and deported their families and permanently traumatized these children, some of whom we don't know will ever be reunified with their family again, which is a level of human rights violation that is just simply not the same. Both of these things are barbaric and they're wrong. But when you rip a baby out of the hands of a mother, you cannot draw the same comparison. And anyone who is trying to do that is doing a profound disservice to the cause of justice. So I don't want to excuse any of this, but I don't think we should also get them twisted together, because one is not the same. And we cannot dust that under the rug. And by the way, those families are owed reparations, period.
Period. Reparations, period. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is pathetic. That is pathetic. You know, as if the kids, and I was a little worried. She was off script there the first time she talked about the babies being removed from their mother's arms. And I'm like, wait a minute, you missed the script. It's ripped. And she got it right the second time. She got back on track. The babies were ripped from their mother's arms by the Trump administration. It's pathetic. Want a little common sense? You need a little sanity after that insane rant? I give you Senator Ted Cruz.
For 4 years, we heard Democrats and much of the media going on and on about kids in cages, kids in cages. They never acknowledged that it was Barack Obama who built those cages. I went and toured those cages in 2013 and 2014 when Obama built them. And now Joe Biden is building new cages. He's building bigger cages, and they're more full. You know, at the Donna facility, there were children just lined up in those cages, not 6 feet apart, not 3 feet apart, not even 3 inches apart, side by side by side in the midst of a pandemic. 10% of those kids are testing positive for COVID. And then just a couple of days ago, I went to another detention facility the Biden administration had stood up in downtown Dallas, the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center. A giant room. It is the size of 3.5 football fields, to give you a sense of the scope. And the room is filled with nothing but cots lined up one after the other, 2,200 cots, all in a row, all filled with teenage boys aged 13 through 17, just one slice of the children who are suffering, who are being brought in by human traffickers, who are being abused, who are being sexually abused. And all of that's the direct result of Joe Biden's political mistakes.
He reminds me why I'm proud to be a Republican and why I thank God I'm not a Democrat.